Hi, this is Pastor James coming to you with a midweek message. We're almost near Christmas, and I wanted to share some cool things that are happening here at Highlands too. But I thought this scripture might lift you up. Before we dive into it, I'd like to just talk about something that we're all feeling. We all know what it's like to not have enough because we didn't prepare. Now, have you ever been in one of those situations where you've run out of gas because you didn't fill up the tank? Or maybe you went to the checkout line and you've discovered that you didn't have as much money in your wallet as you thought you did. Or perhaps you were in a rainstorm or a snowstorm and you didn't have an umbrella in the rain or even the proper clothing to keep you warm in the winter. Now, some of these situations can be just comical, embarrassing, or even dangerous. The question I have for you right now is this: how do you respond when you discover that you're not prepared? What is your response? Do you feel that sometimes you're just a panicky kind of person that you start to worry or start to try to troubleshoot or come up with the 50 ways that you're going to get out of the situation you just found yourself in? Or do you just chill and sit back and say, you know what? So what? I don't have gas. It's a winter storm. I don't have enough money to buy food. That's if all of those things come at the same time. You know, there is actually a scripture that speaks into this condition and this situation. This is what the Bible says. See, Jesus is talking to his disciples, you need to know, right after he has performed a miracle, feeding 5,000, 4,000 people, two different miracles actually. And Jesus is now encountering the disciples who are saying, oh no, we don't have enough bread. They just get to the other side of an ocean. And the disciples are saying, we don't have enough bread to feed ourselves over the next couple of days. We should have kept some. This is what Jesus said to them. They weren't prepared, and Jesus said, don't you have eyes? Why can't you see? Don't you have ears? Why can't you hear? Don't you remember? And I believe that's important. He goes on to say, when I broke 5 loaves of bread for those 5,000 people, how many baskets full of leftovers did you gather? And then the disciples respond, 12. Okay, he says another question. And when I broke 7 loaves of bread for those 4,000 people, how many baskets full of leftovers did you gather? And then they say, 7. Then Jesus says, and you still don't understand. This is the message I want to share with you this week. There is value in remembering what Jesus has already done. Now, you might not be able to see the future, and hardly anybody can. And you might be looking in the future and feel like, I'm not prepared. I don't know that I've got all of my ducks in a row. I don't know that I'm going to get to the checkout counter or the storm or whatever is looming in your future and be prepared. But yet, you've gotten through all of the things that you've encountered in life. Every time you haven't been prepared, Jesus has been there to cover the check, to provide shelter for you or keep you warm enough to get through it. He's always been there every step of the way. And just like Jesus said to the disciples who were worried that they wouldn't have enough bread for the next day or the next week as they journeyed into an unknown land, I want you to hear this as well. That Jesus is saying, don't you see the miracles he's done? Not only recorded in the Bible, but recorded in the pages of your life. And as you reflect on that, it can give you the courage to step forward into that unknown land. Even though you don't have what you need, you can trust that Jesus does. That is a message I wanted to share with you now. And so now I want to talk about some of those things that are in the future that you may feel, hey, you know what? I don't know how to respond to these things. But they are big things. And God is going to do big things in and through you. And they just require simple acts of faith. First of all the things that we talk about are on the Highlands Church app. I want you to get the app, download it from Church Center. So if you go into your app store, wherever you download apps, go to Church Center and download the church-centered app and look for Highlands Church. And then you'll get all of this information. Now, first, Christmas Eve. We have 3 services, 2, 4, and 6 p.m. It's fun because a lot of people have already gone online and have RSVP'd. They let us know that they've chosen this service or that service, and they've let us know how many people are coming with them. Why is that important? Well, when you're planning a party and some of you are planning holiday parties or you have planned them in the past. Isn't it nice to know whether 20 people or 5 people are going to come? Well, at Highlands, traditionally, we have over 1,000 people come to Christmas every year. And we like to know which service people are coming to so that we can prepare, so that we can know how many chairs to put out, how many, I don't want to bust the secret here, but Lindor chocolates to hand out, and how many of the surprise things that we're going to plan for you that I can't tell you about, but I'm really excited about. How much are we going to prepare? And we want you to give us a big, big help by letting us know. Now, the second thing that you could do to help, minimal RSVP. Next step, we need your help volunteering. We'd like you and your family to volunteer at the 4 p.m. or the 6 p.m. service. We say that because the 2 p.m. service already has enough volunteers, but we still need some more volunteers to serve at the 4 p.m. and the 6 p.m. service on Christmas Eve. Now, here's the great thing. At Highlands Church, we only ask you to serve at one of those services. And we really want you to take time with your family to enjoy an entire service. So set aside some time on Christmas Eve to serve at a service and then set aside some time to attend a service. And that would be a huge way to not just bless your church, but to say Merry Christmas to God. Here's my present to you, God. I'm going to help you with what you are doing in this world to reach people, to change people's lives, to help them feel the embrace and love of Jesus. So they don't just hear about Jesus, but they literally encounter the hands and feet of Jesus on Christmas Eve. That's what we're asking you to do. And then I want to let you know about this. This is the year-end joy offering. It's the Christmas present to God. Now, every year at Highlands Church, a third of our yearly budget comes in at Christmas. And that's not just true for churches. I thought it was, but I discovered the other day that it's true for almost all nonprofits get a third of all of their giving in the month of December. I think that's because people are feeling extra generous. And also some people want to get a tax break so they know that if they give away a certain amount of money that they can get a break on their taxes. I mean, we know there's a lot of different reasons. But ultimately, if you give to Highlands Church, we know that it's because you believe in what Jesus said should be the solution to the world's suffering. And that's the church. You believe in this plan for reaching people, transforming people, bringing hope, healing, and forgiveness into everybody's lives. And so my question and ask of you right now is a big one. To search your heart and then decide how much you will give as a part of our Christmas end-of-year offering. And I'm telling you, the difference between how much we make is how many camp scholarships we can give away, how many programs to feed people in the riverbed can be funded and fueled into the future. This is real sustenance for our community, how many people we can have here employed at Highlands Church in order to serve our schools and our children. So I pray that you would search your heart and that you would hopefully make a decision to invest in what God is doing and say Merry Christmas to Jesus. So that's some of what is going on here at Highlands. I want you to remember this. You may not feel like you have enough to step into the future that God has for you and is calling you into. You've crossed the lake, you're looking at the land ahead, you don't know who's who, and you don't feel like you have any bread. Well, guess what? Jesus says, don't you understand? Look back at what I've done in the past, and you will discover that you can trust me. You can trust me to cover all your needs going forward. If you have any needs specifically, we want to be the hands and feet of Jesus to you. So let us know if we can help you or support you in any way. And of course, let us know if there's anything we can pray for or praise God for alongside you. Take care and have a great week, and get ready. Christmas is almost here. Bye.